What's up, everyone? Daniel Armstrong coming at you again with another video from the A-Tech Racing Performance Shop. On today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I clean out carbs. There's a lot of different ways to do it. This is just how I do it, and this is what helps me to get through a lot of the bikes that come in. So, wanted to share the secret today. That way, this can help you guys at home. So what I'm going to show you today, this will work with just about any carb out there, whether it's a standard or a CV or FCR or whatever it is. And what you want to do, just get into basically the bowl of the carb, and we'll get into the jets. So I'm going to pull this guy off and continue. All right, I just got the float bowl pulled off of this guy. This is what we're looking at. It's like a little bit of dirt or debris in the bottom of the bowl. Nothing big. Unless you have like more of a race style carb, you're usually just gonna have two jets. Sometimes the pilot circuit's not even changeable. It's just pressed in there. But this is what most of the carbs are gonna be. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull off this float, get this needle out, and then we're gonna start pulling out these jets. All right, I got it all pulled out right now. This is what we're left with. This might have a fuel mixture screw. We're gonna try and find it. Looks like it's that guy right there. So we're going to be pulling that out too. What I normally do and what I find with a lot of these carbs is the pilot circuit is what gets clogged. What I like to do is look through the jets and see the light through them. And as you can see, there's nothing on this one on the left. That's going to be the pilot circuit. 98% of the time bikes come in, that's what's clogged up, and that's all these things really need. So what we're going to do is get some contact cleaner or brake cleaner. This is what I got from my local AutoZone. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of contact cleaner in here, let it soak. I'm going to spray through these jets. I'm going to do the same thing to the carb as well after I pull out the air fuel mixture screw, that circuit. Once I got this all blasted out with contact cleaner, I'm going to come behind it and use compressed air to clean out the rest of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, got that guy pulled out. One thing to note on some of the other carburetors out there, whenever you pull out the fuel air mixture screw, this guy right here, you'll sometimes get basically this style where it's going to be just a spring and a brass screw, and it goes into its own little seat down there. Other ones, majority of them, are going to have a flat little washer and a tiny little O-ring on top. So be mindful of that. If you do get a model where you pull it out and you can see it inside there, here's a little trick that I found to help get those things out. Now, I wish this one had O-rings in so I could show you, but this is just a standard easy out. I want to say this is a number 2 or something like that. There you go. Small guy. What I'll do is I'll get that in there. I'll spin to the left, and normally it's enough to grab the washer and the O-ring. Otherwise, I have to use a pick to get in there. Sometimes you use compressed air. Most of the times they'll stick, and if you try to use contact cleaner, it'll mess up the O-ring and it'll just throw everything off. So if you're doing one of these at home, get yourself one of these little number 2, I guess, extractors. It'll definitely help you when you're doing those fuel air mixture screws and getting those O-rings out. All right, let's continue. All right, so what I do when I get the carb cleaner and I get all the jets out, along with the fuel screws and all that, I'll just go through in every orifice. So the pilot jet, the main, the valve seat itself, and I'll come into the front side too for these little pickups. So I'll put contact cleaner through all those holes first, spray it for a good minute, and then I'll go right behind it with compressed air and blow it all out. Already did that to the jets, and you can see, kind of got a little bit more light coming out of that pilot now. So that guy's no longer clogged. This is how I checked if jets are basically clogged or not. If you look and you see light, you know you got fluid going through them, and if you don't, then, well, it's clogged. So let's go ahead and get this guy back together, put it back on the bike. Here's another thing too. When you go to install your fuel air mixture screw, one of the things I like to personally do is I will run it all the way in till it bottoms out, and that'll pull it out 2 full turns, and that gives me a good starting place to start tuning. Most of the bikes are kind of within that 1 3/4 to 2 1/4 range, but putting at 2 full turns out just seems to be a good little starting point. So I'm going to continue running this in. I'm back at out 2 turns, get the bowl put back on, and throw this on the bike. Got that all back installed. Fuel lines hooked up. Let's give this guy a test ride. there you have it. If you're following along at home, that's pretty much all there is. I mean, majority of these bikes that come through, that's what I'm dealing with. It's honestly just that pilot circuit that gets clogged up. So, one last little thing, just for anyone that's out there at home tuning, this actually goes for all motors across the board. When you get everything hooked back up, it's all clean, you know you're tuned, or you know you're all good, and you want to go to tune this thing, start it up, get it warmed up, make sure the choke is off, and what you can do is rev it. If you rev it and the RPM goes up and stays high and slowly comes back down, that's actually a lean indicator right there. What you're going to want to do, go to your fuel air mixture screw and pull that guy out maybe half a turn and keep trying that. Another thing too, you might see that with idle. If it just doesn't want to come down at all, you rev it and it's just sitting high, you could try the idle, but I would be messing with the fuel air mixture screw. On the other side of that coin, if you rev it and the RPMs drop and go, say, below, like it's about to die, and then comes back up, that's actually a rich condition. It's getting too much fuel. Go ahead and turn that guy in, and if necessary, do some rejetting. It's fuel injecting, do some remapping. So, again, I hope this helps somebody. Pretty much with any carb out there, get to those pilot circuits, okay? Until next time, stay safe out there.